The dirt road stretched endlessly into the night, nothing but red clay and shadows. Solo eased his midnight blue 300Z to a stop on the imaginary shoulder, flipping open his old-school cell phone. With a quick flick, he pulled the antenna up for better reception. "I be there in a minute," he muttered, snapping the phone shut with one hand. The car rumbled forward, back onto the rocky path, dust swirling behind it. Up ahead, on a lonely hill under the flickering glow of a broken street lamp, a shack stood weathered and worn, smoke curling from its chimney. Parked in front was a car with northern plates. Solo knew what that meant before he even saw Don step out from the shadows. They locked eyes, no words at first, just a silent understanding, then a firm embrace. Solo didn't need to ask. If Don had come this far, empty-handed no less, he was in some deep shit. "Get in," Solo said. Don slid into the passenger seat as the 300Z executed a tight three-point turn, its tires spitting loose gravel as it sped off into the night. Inside, the cabin was quiet except for the low thrum of the music vibrating through the speakers. Don's phone kept ringing, its screen lighting up with northern area codes. He stared at it, jaw tight, before Solo shook his head. "Get rid of that shit," Solo said, eyes locked on the road. "You're home now. You won't need it anymore." Don hesitated for half a second. Then, with a slow breath, he rolled down the window. The phone tumbled into the black void of the woods, swallowed by darkness. No more ties to the past, just the road ahead. Solo popped open the glove compartment and pointed. A brand new burnout flip phone sat inside, resting on a few crumpled bills. "Take that," Solo said. "Use it for now." Don grabbed the phone, flipping it open and closed in his palm. Fresh start, new rules. They rode in silence, speeding through the back roads with the music turned up, the night wind whistling past. When they reached Durham, the car pulled up in front of Don's apartment complex. He exhaled, gripping the door handle, then turned to Solo. "There's something left for you," Don said. "That car on the hill, north tags." Solo smirked, but didn't say a word. Don stepped out, shutting the door behind him. The 300Z roared back onto the road, disappearing into the night. Don stood alone under the dim glow of the streetlights, phone in hand. The past was gone. Now it was time for the next move. Don walked into his duplex loft on Highway 55, the city lights flickering through the blinds. The familiar scent of jasmine rice lingered in the air. His home was like a Thailand museum. Jade statues, silk tapestries, and framed calligraphy pieces lined the walls. The rice cooker hummed softly in the background, always filled with warm, fragrant grains. He moved quietly through the space, stepping into the dimly lit bedroom where his fiancée lay curled up beneath the silk sheets. Her long black hair cascaded over the pillow, her delicate frame rising and falling with each peaceful breath. She was his peace, his goddess. Don showered quickly, letting the hot water wash away the weight of the night. He toweled off and slipped into bed behind her, pulling her close. As if sensing him in her sleep, she instinctively pressed her body into his, their warmth melting together in the stillness of the night. For the first time in a long time, Don allowed himself to exhale. Boom, boom, boom. The pounding at the door shattered the quiet. His fiancée stirred, eyes fluttering open in confusion. Don was already sitting up, heart pounding, his mind racing. No one knocked like that unless they came with bad news, or worse, bad intentions. Another heavy bang, bang, bang. He reached for his pants, slipping on his piece. "Stay here," he whispered to her, his voice low and steady. Moving toward the door, he checked the peephole. Shadows, figures shifting in the dim hallway light. Don tightened his grip on the gun. Whatever was waiting for him on the other side of that door, he already knew. He was in too deep, and there was no way out.